ملك الناس إله الناس من شر وسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Shukran, Imam C. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Lord God Almighty, we continue to plead for your mercy on behalf of all humankind created in your image and in your likeness. You being the God of mercy, the God of love, and the God of compassion. We bring before you all in positions of authority throughout this land and in all other lands. The Lord, that you shall grant all of these, that in exercise of their authority, that they will have also exercised it with mercy and with compassion. We continue to ask that as we continue our TRRC sittings, that the Holy Spirit will be with us and be with the whole nation as we listen to things that have been happening here in the past. And we do ask that all who will come here to testify will do so with boldness and with honesty, and that you grant the commission the discerning spirit to be able to discern between truth and falsehood, and to also grant the populace the patience to be able to wait and see to it that the due process of the law takes its course. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Bishop Udiko. Counsel, are we ready with the witness to continue the testimony from yesterday? If so, please proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, commissioners, and members of the audience. May the witness be brought in, please, so we proceed from where we left off yesterday. Mandinka interpreters, are we ready? Thank you. Welcome back, Mr. Tamba.
Thank you, sir.
May I remind you that you're still on the oath?
Counsel kabe hakilo bulan le hanim bi yekaliyo menkebe o kali kilingo le koto.
Yes, sir.
And you still have an obligation to speak the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Ado nyimu wajibo leti ye tonya dam mafo kana femfo me manke tonyati.
Yes, sir.
Before we left off yesterday, we were talking about your sacking and reinstatement.
Yes, sir.
After the government found that there was some juju somewhere close to Mile 2.
Brimman sakunda nata ko yesafeole tombong me yalonko akatata Mile 2 la.
And that warranted some state investigations and the dismissal of 18 officers.
Meya sabu banko la mansakunda nata kisikisiro bulande anoma hanufo idokula motang anin say fonyondi dokola wotembo menu benun kaso doko nyinkuna.
Call it paranoia or misplaced priorities, but that is what happened. A report was sent. A 30-page report was sent to the president.
Mosafono ko jito ya long wala ku menketa memu ku kebaloti bari ye kibaro kensung ya buntu nyokan me ya long ko atata kanyang kaiti lera tansaba yole safe ya ki banko president we.
It was soon after that you were reinstated, correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
you told us that for your sacking, you sent a one-sentence letter.
Ibe bayla lumem fana yenyum fonyen ko ye letter o men dila amunta kuma kango borindi kilindron ne bije
Sentence later, sir.
munda kuma kango
Two
borindi fula
sentences.
Yes, sir.
okay kuma kango borindi fula
Do you have a copy of the letter of dismissal?
kodum hanimbi wo letter o be bulle ilawo bayri letter o me yaki yenan
Yes, sir.
Could you provide it to the commission?
Fesa akaito nyim bondino commission bulosi la kan nyamen
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chair, I have been provided with two letters. The first is dated 22nd March 2012, addressed to Mr. Malang Tamba, Sergeant, and it says as follows: dismissal. This is to inform you that the Public Service Commission has concurred with the executive decision to dismiss you from the service of the Gambia government with effect from March 22nd, 2012. Full stop. Could you pass it to the chair, please? What this letter says, Mr. Witness, is that you are dismissed from the service by the president.
nyin letter e mon fo sedo wala nyindi ko president fangole te baydo ko la
Yes, sir.
Do you know whether the president has power to dismiss you from the service?
fe nyin lon bang president ay sembo soto pour que te baydo ko la
Yes, sir.
No, he does not.
gansul ko hani president mo sembo soto pour que te baydo ko la
He can appoint your boss, the Director General, and dismiss the Director General. He did not appoint you. He cannot dismiss you.
atemete tombon do ko la katu nin kumu na e director general tombon asa bayno bari atemete tombon wala na te bayno la
This is where we don't know. This is where we don't understand well. We thought everybody within the government can be hired by the president and can be sacked by the president.
betum manyine fahamu ntolu do ko lalu ndel ganyine mira no ngotumoko mo mon dimbe do ko la man sakunda president sitano le do ko la wala asi bayno le do ko la ntel ngawle mira no
If our country is based on laws,
ninna banko be lori lual le kan
the laws of the Gambia provide that the prison service, the people there are appointed by the Public Service Commission.
woto wenyine itandi ko banko la kaso do ku bunda me yalon kabe man sakunda ko to do ku lalu men be woto do ku bunda me ba fly Public Service Commission wala do ku bunda me be lori man sakunda do ku lalla ko kunna woto wolle sembo soto pour ka bayro nin taroke.
That is why the Public Service Commission has stepped in to endorse your sacking.
Wala na Public Service Commission ye singo dunje pour ila ite bayo pour itelisio sembentu ya.
What Yaya Jammeh did was unlawful. He
Yaya
had
Jammeh-
no authority to appoint you. He has no authority to dismiss you.
Yaya Jammeh menke anilwa mantanyola ama sembo soto pour kete bay ama sembo soto fang pour keta do ko la sakwa se bay.
Mr. Chair, we ask to put that document in the record and should be labeled Exhibit 132A.
Request granted, Counsel.
Mr. Chair, we have this other letter, that is the letter of reinstatement, also from the Personnel Management Office. It is dated 3rd January 2013, and it says as follows: I am pleased to inform you that the Public Service Commission has concurred with the decision to rescind your dismissal from the service as conveyed in our letter of 22nd March 2012. Consequently, you are to revert back to your former position, Sergeant at the prisons Gambia Prisons Department with effect from 2nd January 2013, signed by Pateba for Permanent Secretary. We provide a copy to the Commission. And again, Mr. Chair, this letter suggests that the PMO is reinstating this person on the basis of the rescission of the decision of the President to reinstate these people. I just want to flag the illegality in that process. The President does not have the power to dismiss anybody from the public service or to remove anybody or to appoint anybody to the public service except for those positions that are clearly stated in the constitutive documents. And that would be permanent secretaries and directors of certain institutions, not the rank and file of these organizations who are subject mainly to the management of the Personnel Management Office and the Public Service Commission. Just wanted to flag that, because this would be one of the issues for institutional reform. We do not want our presidents to sit in their offices and say, I don't like a Malang something at the prisons, dismiss him from the service. He is dismissed. That is unlawful.
Counsel, I believe the reference indicated here, Public Service Commission has concurred with the decision to rescind. That is executive decision. It's
yes.
Not just any decision.
Precisely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And with your permission, Mr. Chair, we put that in the record as 132B, Exhibit 132B.
No. Oh, sorry.
And may I proceed, Mr. Chair, with... Yes, please.
Yes, sorry.
Thank you very
We're
much.
Distracted a little bit.
So yesterday we had proceeded to talk about the tortures you were involved in. So you have told us about the torture of Fallou Cissé.
Yes, sir.
The circumstances.
Tajire yalu la menu keta hanfo katabula Fallou Cissé la ye wolu lipa ko menu kan aning dalilol men ya sabu.
When you tortured Fallou,
Biriye Fallou lipa foka pare.
Yes, sir.
did you record anywhere that Fallou was tortured, was beaten by you?
Foya safe
Did you
dulato
keep a
le
record?
dawo ya safe le dulato banka itandiko. Fallou ntele ya abute nyini nyinkan fo o safe ro ketale ba.
I've never recorded that.
Nene ma safe.
Do you know whether anybody in the prisons, whether anybody who's been beaten in the prison officially, do you know whether that fact has been recorded anywhere?
Fete bota nyin kala male ko. Bute rol men be nene kita kasola. Itela londoto. Fo wodung anene safetale dulato bang kaito luto ko kari ya butele nyini nyin puruka aitande aketa nyamin. Fo bota kala male ba.
That one is personal. Unless the individual disclose it to you, you may not know.
Wode mu amari la quality fonin aketa menna o mari fango ya yitandi wodronde wala asabu aselonno.
As part of your processes in the prisons, do you keep a record of corporal punishment?
Ko alla do ko lu katama nyamen kasola. Fodum nin kuluro keta men keta o kuluri bati. Fo alikasa fele be kerina alikaito dada akamale ban kasola je.
That is in the type of if a prisoner is being charged or an officer is being charged.
O munyinete ni be pre kasola ko charge la wala ka tumi wala nin do ko lale mu ni ba atumi la wala ka charge wala ka.
Do you know that as part of the prison's regulations, Section 77(3) requires that corporal punishment shall be recorded whenever punishments are made? It says, I quote, 77.2 rather, it says, records shall be kept of corporal punishments inflicted.
Kasola lua ay nyimfo ala fanna tawro wala ni woro wala bunda fulanjang ko nin wo kulur ba keta momondi na kasola kasokono woto anyanta kala kutile nyanta men safela purusinin sa mo kamma ay tara kayto bala.
Are you aware of that?
Foi boto kalamane.
That is when a prisoner offends and he is being charged. I know of that one, but when it comes to the side of torture and other things, no idea. I have no idea on that.
Ngamel londe wolem nin kasolan ko tinyaro ke wala tilimbaliya ke wala kukurungu ke ni bo kulula o kasafele ay menke ay safani ya kulu nyami bari nin anata tajire ya la karola kamolu tajire ya kasokono je hani o bu kasafe.
Mr. Witness, it looks like there were two things that were ongoing at Mile 2 prison.
Sedo abako woto kufula lebe tama kanyola Mile 2 kasokono.
Beatings that occurred as a result of a charge, a trial, and punishment.
Buterol menu keta. Nyin kama ko yemen bute ay kule ke ya kitindi wala ya tumi wala ya itande alako yesilo bulale ni ya kulu wakang.
I do not mean a trial before a court, but an investigations and evidence gathering by the superior officers and a decision arrived at.
Mafo yemen kitindi na membota na mbanta kiti bundala. Bari kolu men ya lonko atamata ya amariye kuke ya kisikisi itatatara ko ay silo bulale akonyin kita kuti yemel lankenama hanfo inata purka tilingu tamandi akonyin to wonya wosike wonya.
For that part, the illegality stems from non-compliance with clear provisions of the law.
Wo anyine itandiko woto silo manta wala tilingu manta meya lonko wole nyanta kela mennin kasola sarto lutata nyola munta yo silo bulale na keta wonya.
There is that one system.
Umufanna kilimuti.
That's the formal one, you agree?
Wala amunta mendal takela.
And there is the second one,
Fulanjango
wherein a prisoner does something,
damen ninka solan koye kuke men sorong membe sorong kono.
the prison officer does not like it,
Prison officer wala kaso do kula ayaje ko nyim malla fi nyinna.
and he decides to immediately mete out some form of punishment on the person.
Ay nyin ngani ay nyin ta afayen ko woton be nyin silo talale nganyin kulu mfongola kangokang
Without regard as to existing laws.
aya nyaka si lualula men ya lonko lebe laring pour kul men nyanta tamala kasola kuluro la karola.
That is the second system.
Wala sila fulanjaw nyindi.
You agree?
Isonda.
Yes, sir.
Ha.
Okay. What you did to Falu
Yemen ke falula.
Yes, sir.
is on the second system, correct?
Abe laring wo sila fulanjaw la kang fonde bang.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Ha umuto nyalde.
And this second system is completely unlawful.
Nyin sila fulanjaw dung. Kule me ya lonko anilua manta nyola fereng.
That's true.
Umuto nyalde.
Do you recall the date on which you unlawfully punished Falu, or the date you tortured Falu?
Foi hakilo si bulala le bang lunjuma aketa lungo meng lumeng ye falu bute wonya kuluro la karola.
It falls on a Saturday, but the real date, I don't know.
Abenda sibito le fede bari aketa karo lungo menna nyina tawolale.
Do you recall the year?
Foi hakilo bulata le sanjuma lem
2016.
2016.
aketa 2016.
But also,
Bari-
apart from Falu, you were involved in other tortures, correct?
Bari falu fongo la kuokola. Inata buteru dol kele je men keta tajire yati.
Yes, sir.
Ha.
Could you give us the first one you were involved in?
Follow fonyeng ite bulota tamenkono.
Sorry, Bakonde, once.
Walem soriba kondeti killing.
Could you tell us what happened?
Afanya muna keta wala kuo keta nyadile.
As I narrated yesterday, Soriwa Konde had a problem with the operations officer.
nga fonu nyamen kunu soriba konde aning na dokulale kole akosoto memmarata kulu tamando like afome operations officer.
The operation officer went on his normal sales check-ins.
Operation officer tata ala jube role la kamurumuru menke kata sel bungulu jube.
You narrated this story yesterday, so just reduce the detail and tell us exactly what happened as at the point of torture. I just want this to refresh the minds of the commissioners.
Kunung aketa nyamin ya satale. Barbitu tajiriya nyim fango kungo keta nyamin lafta yole sata ya sutu yandi katu kunu moli ya mwele kunyin tamata nyamin.
When I invited Soriba Conte,
Bringa Soriba Conte kumandi pura ene danku.
and I asked him of what exactly happens that causes problems between him and the operations.
Ngani ka dalilo la mune yekole yako sabu atening operation la bunda tema.
Said he will not tell me anything unless if I go back to the operations.
Akate te fem fulante funinte muruta ndata operations kang.
I tried to find out more.
Nga kata puru ka kisi puru ko movement je fonsalo.
He said, I will not tell you anything. Go back to your boss.
Ay nyina fonyon konte fem fule muru ila ke bakang.
And I told him I cannot go back to my boss. You are the one under me.
Anyum fay konte nde muru no lan na ke bakande ite fanam bentele koto.
And this is the time when he told me, Manhamna lumai def.
Tumolong ay njabi surwa kanto ako ateya ke ko lonne.
And I asked, what are you going to do?
Ngani ka silandu be munakela.
He said, no, I know what I'm going to do. What I did to Ali, Sise, your operations, and Jesus as Abaji, lol defandao, lumai def legi, moy rei.
Ako aya jabi nyina ko ha hanimbi muru ila ke bakang. Ngamenke Ali Sise la aning Jesus wo mu demandi ngoleti mbemenke leti la wole be warala.
I told him then, it seems as if you are boasting of sending officers home.
Amonta sila woto nganyina fayen ko etebe kibirika nyina la ko nyaton kolu eteka wolle bay pour ke tinya ye saisu.
Counsel, at that moment I took everything personal.
Counsel wotembo de ngako beta mfango bulole kono.
Because this person was directly threatening me at that moment.
Katu nyimmo bente fango kumole silandi kan wotembo.
But hadn't been I knows the legalities behind all these things, I would have correct myself before doing anything.
Bari natara ngani lual ni sartolu belon kabe lari nyamenteng tombi mba katalale ngamfamuta.
Yes.
Do you believe that as a prison officer you had an obligation to yourself and to your service to know the law that governed the place where you worked?
Fo fango nyi mirale ko kaso bundala dokuo nyimu wajibo leti pour ite fana ya kata loi lu menu be lari nje anin sarto lu menu kaje tamandi pour ite fana sa kata yewlu long ye fahamu wayri be bundale la dokuo la.
That's correct.
Do you also realize that ignorance of the law is not an excuse?
Fenyi fana njele ko ka foko malualong o manke dalilati pour ka luati nyake.
That's very correct.
But even on the moral level, do you know that you don't have the right to just lay a person down and beat the person simply because you have power over that person?
Ani hadamaya dalilolu ning asilolu la karola. Fue manyim fana long ka halma dingo muta ka landi ka tajire ya nya wonya ko ite ya ke nyami walla ilafta la nyami o fana mu kuleti men ya lonko anin sartolu manta fo yolo ne ba.
Very correct, sir.
Ati bo muto nyalde.
How do you feel now about the beating, the torture that you have met out on Soriba Konde?
Sayin ya ta nyadile ye tajire ya wala butero menke Soriba Kondela silang ete fonga karola ye ota nyadile sayin be nyin tembo men dote.
I definitely regret all what I did to Soriba.
Woto nimisata mbedamen puru ngako mbeke Soriba la.
Soriba may be watching.
Asikeno Soriba be nyin jube kanga abamo ikang.
What do you have to say to him?
Ibe mune soto woto ibe mune fola Soriba ye.
What I have to say to Soriba is, let Soriba find it somewhere else in his heart and forgive me of all what I did to him.
Mbenye mfolako. Soriba se nyinin ajusokono. Ayajube ayam fanye. Ngakulu men bekala pro asi hinan ayamfa.
Thank you. And this is what the TRRC is all about. People come, speak the truth, accept their mistakes, apologize for them, and we seek to reconcile them. That is, and for that I really thank you.
TRRC dalilo mwoleti. Ntelbe tonya le nyinin kang. Pour nimmen nata jang. Ifango sonta yela filoje. Yene la nimisada itandi. Yebolo sayroke. Hanu fo ni obotala. Nsina kata pour ka mulu sayndi nyokang. Badi ya juloli choki kangoli ye tembe kole nata nyola. Wala mu TRRC daliloti.
Soriba was not the last person.
Soriba man ke mola bangoti?
Yes, that's true.
Did you torture anybody else?
Foi modo fanam bute la bang?
Laminja.
Laminja.
Could you tell us about it?
Yo fanam fo nyembanga ketanyami.
It was the same day with Shoriba Konde.
Alun kilimo ni Soriba la kol keta lumme wolun laminja fanan ta keta.
They both have the same problems with the operations commander.
Itel be kole akole soto in operations la commander.
When I invited Laminja for questioning,
Bringa Laminja commande pour kana nyininka.
At that moment, what Shoriba Konde told me
Wotembo Soriba Konde njabi melna.
was inside my heart.
Obenju sokono.
But when Laminja came,
Bari brin Laminja nata.
he did not pose any threat to me.
Ate man silandi de.
He did not insult me.
Aman neng.
He did not shout to me.
Amang wurin kang.
He only told me, Uncle Lee mom kay def amna hananga balan.
Uncle nyimu kuleti meya lonko. Aketale drong asotota. Woto foye yam fanye.
But at that moment, I was not seeing anything.
Bari wotembo kamfaya kendi nyabe dibiring.
You were consumed with anger.
Definitely.
Sulkaya munta kamfale dunte kto wotumo sedo fanko ha.
I went on punishing him 20 lashes.
Ndata ngafana mbute busada nyamuang.
Do you agree that that punishment was not in accordance with the prison's law?
Foi sonda ko wo butero anin kasola lualu mantanyola.
Even not the law, humanity at large is not correct.
Hani lua dam mantende bari hadama ya fangoto amanyang kela.
You are now telling us that this should not have happened.
Amonte kanyina fanyon ko sa nyi manyang kela nu.
That's true.
At what stage did you change your mind about the correctness of what you have done?
Wati jumale dunata soto ite ila miraro falin damin puru menketa ala tilimbali ya belari nyadi le anin inyanta tilingu no masata la damin yem isondo mo falin wati jumale.
The punishment of Laminja and Soriba happens on a Thursday, on a Friday, sorry.
Laminja ni Soriba wolongeli palumen aketa jumalungole.
The following Monday I came, I was going around cells.
Tenengo membulata onoma nata somanda mbe selo lukumpa bokan kamurumurung.
Laminja calls me. He said, Uncle Tamba. That's the name he normally calls me, Uncle Tamba.
Laminja yang kumande akafo nyambarin Tamba akan kumandi wotolela wotungo somanda kwenye mbarin Tamba.
He said, I want to see you.
Kwenye lafteje la.
I turned, I went to his cells.
Muruta ntata la selo to.
Then he was inside the cell locked up.
Wotumo abe selo kuna abe surrounding.
I was communicating with him through a window.
Nabe diamu kampalantero lela.
He said, Hana be legi doma balal.
Kwenye fo hanimbi ite yam falanye bang.
Instantly at that moment,
Noto.
I don't want to show my emotions because I felt very bad.
Utembo nteng kalango itandi nola malafa itan la bare aketanya niku ya bati.
I called an officer, I said, open Laminja.
Nga officer do kumande nkae Laminja la bunda ile.
I said, give him rest, I'm going.
Nkae adahandi afonyondi ntekatale.
That's how I left.
Mbota je wonyale.
Because if I stand at that moment and I want to communicate more with Laminja,
Katu nilo taje wotembo nkombe kontine la diamola nin Laminja.
at that moment people will see my weakness.
Wotembo molu benna bambambali ajelale.
Because definitely I did wrong to Laminja, and still he's not angry with me.
Atu tonya nga jele ko nga tilimbali ake Laminja la bari obeya ataman kamfano nte kamma.
Definitely, I felt very bad on that day.
Tonya wolung aketanyi nikuya bati.
Do you now regret
Saying
what you have done to Laminja?
Akete nimisoti le bang yemen ke Laminja la.
I definitely regret.
Tonya nimisata kuala le saying.
Laminja may be watching. What do you have to say to him?
Laminja asikeno abe jube rola be lamoy kang. Ebe muna folay.
I would like to appeal to Laminja to find it in his heart. I know it will be very much difficult. When I have did all these things to him, still he was not angry. He was following me, begging me. But at that time, I was not seeing anything. I know it will be very much difficult for him to forgive. But let him find somewhere at his heart to forgive me. And I would like to urge the commission itself, if it is within their mandate for them to escort me to the prisons, let me shake hands with them, then I will be at ease.
Mbenye itan la minjala aya juso kono jube ay dula jube ay yamfanye ngakuluro nin tilimbali yalu menu kala kulle menu mambetea adun muna ya sabu ngawo be ke la minjala bari wo nyawnyanding aman kamfan kamma amala kamfa itandi fabula tan noma akandani wumkuleti me yalon ko adun tante fango fananna bari wo be kola mba danila ay yamfanye adun ning ayatra TRRC fananna kol kono nyi si kunje isindanda mfoka sola ngata ngambulo di nyilila ngebolo say famajio kan.
What would you say to your colleagues in the Gambia Prison Service who may be tempted to beat up on prisoners, who may be tempted to torture prisoners? What would you say to them?
Ido ku nyolu meni alonko prison kasola do ku lalle muiti Gambia banko mumew kan ibe mune foleye prunin kama menu ya amira wala ya ngani yo soto pour ka kasola nkolu mutake tajire ya wala ke bute ibe mune foleye bi it nyin kolu lanya kama ete fangola jero ni la mirarot.
I would like to advise any member of the Gambia Prison Services
mbela fela kanyi ya marodi Gambia kaso do ku lalla official bela
for them to take their time in whatever they are going to do.
Pro isila watota ibe kuo kundin kela isake hakili makoti.
Let them not take things personal.
Ikana kuoluta ifangulu la miraro kama.
Let their emotions not win them in anything that they are going to do.
Andu isondomolu fanalu kane iforce ye kuke mem yalonko amanke sartoti.
Whatever they are going to do, let them try to have consultations with the act.
Ibe kuo kundin kela janni ba kela isifere ke sartol ni loi jube ay munefo kuoto.
Because if not,
katu ni wonte
these situations today supposed to be an education to every prison officer. Whoever is not educated in this, then that person will never be educated. So I warn each and every prison officer to be very much careful with the prisoners and the officers they themselves.
Isi hakilo to kasola nkolu to menu be kaso kono e menu sorong aning idoku nyolu fangoldo.
Prison officers and prisoners.
Kasola doku lalu aning kaso kono nkolu e menu sorong.
We are a family.
Mbe mu badin kilingoleti.
Sometimes good things happen in between us.
Modolu kukendolu kakentema.
But if things goes out of hand sometimes,
but tumodolu ninkolu e bulufaro ke.
Let us know how to handle those things. Let us not use our emotions.
Nsa jube nga hakilo tambindi nyanta okulu noma sata la nyaming wole fisiata dina nga bulang mfangulu la hakilo noma.
Let no prison officer allowed to come here and sit again like how I sit.
Purunyin kama kasola do kula do kana soto men sina ayesi jang kontebe si nyamento jang mbetembeda mento weke amarila.
Thank you, Mr. Witness.
Inumbara sedo.
You are not the only one involved in the torture of Laminja and Soriba Konde. Could you tell us who else is involved?
I was there with Sub-Inspector Mohamed Jabi,
mbije ni Sub Inspector Mohamed Jabi,
Sergeant Mohamed Jao,
Sergeant Mohamed Jawo,
Alaji Makalo,
Alaji Makalo,
it's a private,
private leti.
but they were working under my instructions.
Barol bebe do ko ke kan tele koton tele ka kangolu di wolla.
I told them, hold these people,
Ndela ko alinyi molu muta.
and I was beating them.
Tumo biriwoli ye muta roke ntenga liparoke.
In a sense, they complied with your unlawful orders.
Amunta itulfanalu sonta ka kuolu ke meni alonko itela kangolo menu ni lua mantanyola.
Yes, because I was the senior.
Wala na katu ntemuila kebale tinu tumo do ko la karola.
Do you realize that compliance with unlawful orders is not an excuse?
Yenye njele ko dung
Defense?
ka song purka kutamandi ikafunyola kango kang wala do kunyola kango kang meni lua mantanyola wo fanamu luati nyalti.
That's very true.
Muto nyalti.
Thank you very much.
Inumbara.
Have you watched the TRRC hearings on this subject, on this theme, the Gambia Prison Service? Did you watch other witnesses testify?
Odung sede kotangolu menu nata janite bina Gambia la kasola do kulal menu ye nati jang. Foyo la sede yaro lu jibele bang.
Yes, I watched some of them.
Nga do lu talu jibele.
Did you see the testimony of Samba Doroba?
Foyo Samba Doroba la sede yaro jele bang.
Yes, I saw the testify of somebody.
Nga Samba Doro la diamo jele.
Could you tell us a bit about this person, Samba Doroba?
Foyo si fendi mfonye no la nyimari la koto ka fanyi me Samba Doroba.
Yes, sir.
Ha.
Samba Doroba is a convict prisoner.
Samba Doroba le amole me men kitindi ya sorong.
And he is at the maximum security wing.
Ando abe kasola dinkira mento jelom kanta bunda kolangoti kafadame maximum security wing.
He served almost to around 16 years in the prisons.
Amera membita la fusanji tang ani woro ayokele kasola saing.
And Samba Doroba is a person who is been known by officers and prisoners to be somebody very truthful.
Adung kabrin kasola do kulalu. Fo kaso konon kolu. Beye nying lonne ko Samba Doroba mu moleti me yalon ko mo tonya mo ba akatonya drone no masata.
Even officers, they themselves, they have problems sometimes.
Hani officer lu fangulu tumolo li kakole yakulu soto.
Samba Doroba will call you people and counsel you.
Samba Doroba sali kumandi atelu officer lu fangulu kaya maro dialla.
Prisoners, the same thing.
Kaso konon kolu fanalo onyoko kukilingolo masi kumandi ayeya mari.
I am an instructor at the school.
Demo karandir lalti kaso lankol la karambungoto.
After training my recruits,
Ningana molu karandi from botaji.
when they graduate,
Ni tata hanfo ye bandi karangola makama take.
if they are inside working,
Ni be konoto be do kola.
they will not know the cells,
Ibuka selo long
they may not know the keys,
ite chabolu fanal lonna.
especially at the maximum security wing.
Sako mamunta kanta bunda kolengola karola maximum security bunda nyi.
Samba Doro is the prisoner
Samba Doro bale mu kaso lankoti.
who will always be side to side with those recruits,
Atele moti menni wo dokula kutolu katara nyobala.
and he will be telling them, this is the key to this cell.
Atele ka chabo lu bondi ye nyoto nyimbunkari la chabo munyineti.
He will be telling them, Mr. X goes on rest at this time to this time.
Kafo ye fananko kari fulana ala dahawato mukabonyin wati kari katanyin wati kari.
So he is very helpful at that place.
An woto mole mwati menna makoiro sembo wata bake kaso konoje.
I don't know him of telling lies.
Malonko nene malon ning faniala.
He is a prisoner, I will not lie against him.
Kaso konon kole mu ya soron nte fania fulala koto.
That is his attitude. He is very righteous.
Bari mole mu amen adanya moleti mo tilindim ba.
Thank you.
Numbara.
Thank you very much.
Inumbara.
We understand he is the chief mess boy at the prisons.
Nyim faham ko atelefona mu chief mess boy ti kasola je.
Yes, sir.
And would that put him in a position where he would know a lot about the things that are happening in the prisons?
Fodung wo salondi palaso to dame yalon ko asi kuja malong menu betama kan kasokono wo tembo kasokono je.
That one, even not Sambadoro alone, prisoners may know more things than even officers know.
Ana manke Sambadoro ba fango damandi. Kasokono nkolu menu meta je. Ase keno wulu fangolu si kululong men si tambi kaso do kula lu fangoluti.
We have received evidence from Samba Doroba and from other victim witnesses claiming that there has been more tortures in the prison than you have just mentioned.
Ngani sede aro soto Samba Doroba bulu. Anin sede kotengolu meni ya lonko mantoro lu boite kang. Ko tajire ya jamale kita kasokono je. Men siata itela foro tijang ite buterol menfo ngo seriaro fanan soto jan.
That could be true. These are the tortures that I witnessed and I saw and I did it.
Ha umuto usiketo nyati bari ntenga menu sata ten wolle mu tajire yalti mbota menu kala manga menu je sako ntefango buloye menu ke.
In fact, from the evidence received thus far,
Nga seriaro men soto kanabula saina.
the Commission's been informed that there was a team of torturers at the prison.
Commission nyin kibaro sotoko. Ka fo fango soton tale men yalon ko be kasola je wala do ko mu bute rodronete.
Ima foko wala do ko mu dubu.
Wala mu buter lalti, wala mu buter lalti.
Aha, wala mu buter lalti. Thank you very much. Do you know a person called Ijame or Ibrahim Jame?
Foy molo ne ka fo me Ijame wala Ibrahim Jamme.
Yes, I know him.
Ngalon.
Do you know him by any other name?
Fo to do bala le ka kumandi men na bal.
Commissioner Jammeh.
Commissioner Jamme.
Have you ever heard the name Chief Torturer?
Foy ne nyim moyle ka fo men na ko Chief Torturer.
At the TRRC.
Ngamo TRRC janne.
Do you realize that all the victims of torture who appeared here from Mile 2 prisons called Ibrahim Jame the chief torturer?
Fo nyi lon ko menu be nata CDR la jang men ya lon ko ku ketela wolu be ye nyine fo Ibrahim Jamme mako e ka kumandi chief torturer lela.
That's what I heard on their statements.
Do you also realize that the person you believe is the most trustworthy prisoner in Mile 2, Sambadoro, also called Ibrahim Jame the chief torturer?
Fwenye mfana lonko, yemel na kumo fujang kumo tilindim ba Sambadoro ba. Ate fana na kumo lukono, ay Ibrahim Jame la kumo funyame ko ika kumandi chief torturer lela.
Yes, I heard him saying that.
And even your fellow officers, some who testified here, called Ibrahim Jame as chief torturer.
Ani ikafunyo doku lalu, menu ketakasola kono doku lalu ti. Menu diamuta jan dolu fonglu fanali usaita ukumakilimu lekang, ko Ibrahim Jame ikafaya ne chief torturer.
That of the officers, I don't hear that.
Officer la Carola Mamwe.
We had Jumbo Jallo testified here yesterday.
Ngamoy Jumbo Jallo ay CDR kijang kunu.
And he called Ijame as chief torturer.
And I Ijame kumandi tola ko chief torturer.
Jumbo's testimony met me outside.
Jumbo la CDR ayentara bantale.
I know you were outside.
Yes,
but
sir.
I'm telling you that he called Ijame chief torturer.
Ngalon ko utumu ebe banta. Bari ay Ijame kumandi wolela ko ikafaye ne chief torturer.
Okay, I heard it.
So here you have a situation where inmates who are victims of torture,
Yes.
inmates who are not victims of torture, as well as officers of the prison calling Ijame chief torturer.
Sila woto kuwa felenti membe keri njang. Kabring ye menu soron kaso konon kolu menu bije. Aning meni ya lonko imudoku laleti kaso fango kono je. Nyilbe kafuring nyoma ibela kumakangolu memfintita ye nyine itandiko Ijame ikafaye ne chief torturer.
Yes. Yes, but in the prisons, nobody calls him chief torturer.
Bari bitun kaso kono je ibuka kumandi otola.
Well, in the prisons, nobody calls the thieves thief.
Well, kaso kono mbubuka sun kumandi atola kusungole muiti.
And a lot of them were convicted as thieves.
Adun jamabe kono luaye soron sunyaro le kang.
That's true.
So, have you ever participated in a torture with Ijame?
Fodum, etening Ijame. Al nene kafuta nyomale ka modolu tajireya.
That have never happened.
Nene manke.
But do you realize that at the prisons, they said that there was a torture team comprising of Ijame, yourself, and some other person, Mohammed Jabi, that the three of you were torturers at the prisons?
Fo, nyim fanan kala mutale ko. Nyim fotale ko. Molle sotota menu be kaso kono je doku lalu. Ite fango, Ijame, aning mo sabanjango Jabi, ko atelle moluti, menu ka tajire yake molu la kaso kono. O fotale, fo bota kala male.
I will not say it's a lie, because I have once tortured Laminja, Soriba, and Fallu. So I will not say it's a lie. But if they say it's a team, that's false.
Nta so la de ka fo ndefana e tajire yake ko tajire molu tije. Ka to ndefangone ne tajire yake le na Laminja anim Fallu nin Soriba konde butele. Bari ni lota e ko kafu lori ngole bije men kawke woto mbafala ko manke kuma sotorenti.
Did you work with Jabi?
Inene ni Jabi do ko kele bang?
For almost 4 months.
Atata fo karnani.
And at the time you carried out the tortures, you were working with him, correct?
Wato me yo bute rolu ke amunta otembo ina be do ko la le.
Yes, sir. Then he was my twice.
Woto mo atele simbente kang.
So you and Jabi were part of a team?
Woto iteni Jabi albe kafule kono nu, albe dendi nenu.
At the office, as my twice.
Office oto je waire atele simbente kang.
And he participated in your tortures?
Ando adama beta wo bute rolu tole.
I ordered him.
Ndele nga kango diala, nga bulala.
So essentially you and your team comprising Jabi participated in torture?
E woto iteni la kafo molu ite an katabula Jabi la aliye tajire yake le.
The word team is what I want to cancel. I have no team in the prisons. I can
team,
order any of my subordinates do this and they will do it.
Kafo lafta ole bondila je. Katu kaso kono je kafu tembulu je bari menu be do ko lante koto. Nsi ibulano ko kundina le kakango dila andu ibakela le.
But you cannot run away from the fact that those who worked under you were part of your team.
Bari ite borno la nyinto nyama ko menye do ko kete kodo. Ul fanal beti la kafo ni telle do ko nyinta mandi nyola.
Yes.
And they participated in your tortures?
Andu fanalu bulo ma betele o tajire yato.
Yes, through my instructions.
Andu ntelenge bulala.
Your team, are they also under Ijame?
Uldum fanalu be Ijame kotole numbang.
Under Ijame, like what? I want to understand.
Did you have, was there any periods in which you reported directly to Ijame?
Fodum wati sotondale wato men ite fanan tarta Ijame koto e kakango tabulu tumo men.
Yes, when I was at the training school.
Otumo mbe karamu nyinto do kola.
I was his second in command.
Ndele simbate kannu otumo.
And also when you were chief officer,
yes.
What position was Ijame?
Wato men fana be chief officer yala. Ijame be palace jumal tonu.
He was the operations.
Atele be operations nu.
And as chief officer, who do you report to?
Wetu otumo be chief officer yala. Iteka ikangota jumal bul.
Operations.
Operations.
And that would be Ijame?
And obekela Ijame leti.
Yes, that's true.
So when you carried out those tortures, you were reporting directly to Ijame?
Woto wato me yo bute rolu ke ika idanku Ijame la nungo tumo.
Yes, sir, that's true.
And all your conduct was to be approved or disapproved by Ijame, correct?
And wotumo ka kolumen we tamandi. Ijame lo moti mensi songala wala mensi balano wala. Fonte bang.
When I was doing these things, Ijame was not aware because I did not even inform him.
We would come to that.
Mina jele bari awe sedo ko atebe ko kela tumo men na Ijame tije nunga mafaye. Bari council ka mbina murula okane.
The question I ask is, when you were doing that, you are reporting directly to Ijame, and it was his prerogative to approve or disapprove your conduct, correct?
Ibe okolu kala tumo menna otumo Ijame le muila nyaton kati atelo moti mensi kango dino ila nyinke wala ay balang ay afa kana nyinke wato ngamere ibatele la kanko to nundu kola.
Yes, sir, that's true.
Ha omutonyalde.
So essentially, let me rephrase this. When you tortured these two individuals, Soriba and Ja, they had a problem with who?
Wato men ye Soriba konde anin Lamin Jabute ininjumale kola ya kosoto.
The Operations Commissioner.
Operations Commissioner iniole kola ya soto.
And who is that?
Wala mjumati.
Ibrahim Ajame.
Ibrahim Ajame.
So you came and found a problem between Ibrahim Ajame and these two individuals, Ja and Konde, correct?
Sa imbrite nata yatra kole ya kobe ni mofulo aning Ijame tema. Wolem Soriba Konde aning Lamin Ja. Fonte bang.
Yes, sir, that's true.
So Ijame being your boss, he had a problem with these people. He went away and you arrived.
Abitu Ijame keta ila nyaton koti. Atele ni nyimoli kole ya soto. Bari birati tata ite futata nanje. Fonte.
Yes, that's true.
And would you accept that you are part of Ijame's team, correct?
Oto foite sonna nyina ko oto etebe Ijame la mo ka fo mo le kono ado ku nyol.
I'm his subordinate.
Ala dinni le mundete.
And therefore a member of his team, correct?
Oto hanim bi bala ka fo kono do ko la karola.
When it comes to the work.
Nanata do ko la karola.
That's what we're talking about, isn't it?
Mbe wole fo kan fonte.
You are part of his team, you accept.
Ibala o ka fo la kono fonte.
In the prison's work.
Asola do ko la karola.
That's what we're talking about.
Mbe wole fo kan.
Yes, sir.
Ha.
Good.
Good.
So you being a member of Ijame's team, you approached those individuals, those prisoners who had a problem with him, correct?
Yes, sir.
Kodum wairi tebe Ijame la do ku ka fo mo le kono. Ata ninyi mo flo men e kole ya soto. Sa imbrite nata drong ete tata findita o molu kang.
You took over the problem, correct?
Ite kole ya ko nyinta e faye. Fonde ba.
That's true.
Umutonyalde.
And you thought it was your prerogative to deal with the matter, correct?
Andu yenyi mutawoto saing ite nyimuitele la lotan kamoti purka kubondi wo kuoto. Fonde.
That's true.
Ha, tonyala.
And you tortured them.
Ye muta ye tajire ya.
Which I regretted much.
Me ya lonko nimisata kuola bi.
And you did it because these people had a problem with your boss, Ijame.
Ya kenyel kanko kato nyimmo fululu ni ila boss le kole ya kosoto Ijame.
Because I was threatened by Soriba.
Kato Soriba yansilandile.
Arising from a problem that Ijame had with those prisoners.
Ando be wulita kole ya kole to nyimmo fululu ni ila boss ya kole ya mensoto Ijame.
That's correct.
In view of all that fact, does it surprise you if people say that you and Ijame were a team of torturers?
Woto, fonyimbe kele tere makuleti, kulu ketate nyamin. Ni mol na tafu ko woto, ite ning Ijame albebe kafu kilmo le kono men keta buter lalti wala tajire molti. Fo be tere nale.
The first day I heard about this, it shocks me.
Why would it shock you?
Because I've never partaken in any torture or abuse of any rights together with Ijame.
Counsel ka emuna na etereng sedo ko kato anening Ijame inene man kafu ka deng ka tajire yake nyola ka solankolu tilimbalia.
Which department in the prisons presided over the torture of Falu? Ja and Konde.
Kasola fanna
which section of the prison?
Kasola fanna jumale mubundati meni alonko ya kenyanto ti purka Soriba Konde aning Lamin Ja mutake tajiria.
No, there is no place.
Which section?
Counsel ka
which department of the prisons?
Yes.
Kasola bunda jumalem
presided over the torture of Konde and Ja.
Men sita Konde anin Ja la butero kunna. Kasola bunda jumalem.
with the officers.
Ntel doku lalle yake.
Was it operations?
Operations le ba akwoku na bang?
Isn't it?
No. This is from the chief office.
About chief office la Carola.
Yes. The chief officer is part of operations, isn't it?
Chief officer.
Under the operations, yes.
Part of mantra operations la Carola. Sedo ko ha.
So the actions, the official actions of the chief officer would be the responsibility of the operations head, isn't it?
Amunda woto menketa chief officer nyina kuoluti ay be kuolu menu tamandila woto mo safako wol bebe operations la officer nyina kuolle ko to fonde.
If after the incidents I have briefed the commissioner.
We would come to that.
Okola ndi amata commissioner en council ka mbina jele.
Correct.
Tonya.
So in essence, it was operations that did the torturing.
Woto mo safako woto operations wolle tajire yake.
I don't understand.
Mafaham, sedo ka mafaham.
Let me not bother you with that issue. Let me just move on. It was common knowledge in the prisons that Ja and Konde were beaten, correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
And it was known by both officers and prisoners alike.
Adung kabring officer lu kula lu fokata kaso konon kole menu sorom ibele bota kalama.
Yes, sir, that's true.
And obviously, operations head knew that you had beaten these people.
Adung operations la nyaton ko yenyi lonko yenyi molo butele.
That's true.
Tonya.
They never called you to question you, did they?
Inene me commande pour que yenyi ninka wala fodo ye commande le.
Yes, sir, once.
And who called you?
Jumale ye commande.
Operations.
Operations.
And that would be who?
Jumalti.
Ibrahim Ajame.
Selo ko Ibrahim Ajame.
So he knew that you had beaten these people.
Yes,
when it happened, it was rumoring in the prisons.
Did he punish you?
He wants me not to repeat it.
Do you realize that this is your first time saying that? And if you just go back 3 questions back, you said you never told him.
Adunye mira nyinin karota mata nyame nyinin kar saba koma. Ya nyina fojanko ene ma faye.
I said if I had informed him.
But of course you did.
Na nyina foko ninga faye. Bari council ka bari nyina foko ya faye ne.
He called me to his office.
Selo ko ya kumandile ala office oto.
I did not report it to him because I know I did wrong. So I know if I report, there are measures that will be taken against me.
The important... The important thing here is that he became aware of the matter. And it does not matter whether you told him or somebody else told him.
The
bottom line is you were not sanctioned.
Yes, sir.
You were not punished.
Yes, sir.
Your office accepted your conduct.
Yes, sir.
So your office sanctioned or condoned torture.
Yes, sir.
And that officer who accepted or condoned that torture was Ijame.
Adun officer me ya lonko asonta wala waira temete kulu walem Ijameti.
He wants me.
I
am saying that the officer that condoned that torture was Ijame, correct?
Memem foka walem.
Yes, sir.
Officer me ye kuluta aya alondi walem Ijameti.
So it can be accepted, therefore, that Ijame and his team were torturers.
Woto songo sikeno nyinal ko Ijame na la kafunyola ala do kunyolo. Tajire wala muiti.
Even whereby he doesn't partake in physical torturing.
We would come to that.
Okay.
for the purposes of the tortures you were involved in.
Dalilo lu ye tajire yalu menu ke te bulo mabeta menuto.
Okay.
Ijame's team were torturers.
Ijame la kafomol mu tajire wollete.
Okay.
In fact, he had superior responsibility for the tortures that you carried out.
Amonta woto niajibe atelo moti membe kuolu ye santola tajire yala karola ite ye menke atele muitela kundonkoti.
Yes, I understood.
Because by failing to punish you, he has committed a crime.
Katu atenyante te kulula bari amake. Woto atefamfana ye kuru yale ke?
Yes, sir.
Good. There were other tortures that happened at Mile 2 against these same people.
Tajire ya dol fanal ketale Mile 2 kasola je ni mo kilingulu kang.
Yes, sir.
And the evidence received by this commission is that those tortures, Ijame was directly involved in those tortures. What do you say to that?
Adunga sede yaro lumeno soto jang. Nyine fota ko Ijame fango dabe o tajire yalo tole. Yemune foto.
There is a torture that I was not present, but I had about the information.
Tajire ya ketajede me ya lonko ngamoi bari nte fango mamabe ato wo fotale.
Was Ijame present during that incident?
Those present on the ground, I don't know, because I was being briefed by Annabi Jamme.
Did you at any point in time go to the place where the tortures took place?
No, I did not.
Ani mantaji.
Before the tortures, did you go to the place?
No, I don't understand that one.
Did you see the people who were tortured on that particular day?
I was informed that it's Soriba Conte, Laminja, and one, is it a Nigerian?
Derek?
Yeah. This information was given to me by Annabi. Annabi was an instructor who trains me also.
What have instructors got to do with prisoners in the main yard?
Saying karandirlalu fanalu du ye muna soto ibe men tamandila kasola nkolla karola menu sorong menu be kasokono.
Then Annabi was removed from the training school. He was not an instructor.
Bari wo tembo Annabi ya bondi karambu nyintole amantara karandirola utumo.
Let's go through this chase where prison recruits ever used to help torture inmates.
Nganyinko jang jibe menu nata do ko la kutake kaso kono je kaso la do kulalu fo wol yegi makoyro kele bang pour ka kaso kono ko lo bute.
Yes, in this case that we are trying to narrate here.
Ha nyinko men ketambe nyimmen sata kanteng.
That is the torture of Derek, Konde and Ja, correct?
Welem Derek, Soriba Konde and Ja bute to moment.
The ones they were used to assist to punish, I don't know, but these were the prisoners that were brought.
Melu ye mate be makoyro ke purke bute de molom bari yenyul men tofote wala molti ye menu lipawlo.
You have to take one position.
Felo la kilintade.
During the torture of those individuals, were recruits used or were they not used?
Wato me benyu molu butela. Recruitol wala menu na ye menu dundinan do kola kutake. Ye dabulandi jele bang foi me dabulandi je.
Counsel, I want to be very clear at this place.
Laftale ja yesene ya counsel.
I was not present.
Ntamantara je nu wolung.
I came from State House.
Mbotana State House le.
I went to bring groundnuts.
Ndatati ole kamanang.
For the recruits to peel out the groundnuts.
Pro recruitol COTOT.
On my arrival at the prison head office,
Rimfutata prison la korrabato.
some of the recruits I went with,
Ni recruitolu dolu menu tata nyola do kula kutolu.
We are bringing down the bags of rice, the bags of groundnuts.
Utumo uliada mutapurka utia botolu jindike bondi motokono.
I saw my instructor who was Annabi standing under a tree.
Nga nakaramu haina lori irokoto memu annabiti.
I went towards him.
Ntata kang.
I greeted him.
Nga kontong.
Then I senior him by rank.
Utumo nak palaso la karola ntele bate nyato.
But he was my mentor.
Bari mole meyente karandi.
I gave him that due and greeted him.
Nga obunya diala obunya kamadu nga kontong.
He told me, you see what your recruits we are doing.
Aynyem fonye ko iyajele ila recruitolu be menke kan.
I said, what? I told him, what happens?
Nka mune keta.
He said, they collect your recruits and they are down there beating Laminja, Ramses, and this Nigerian man.
Akonye nkoya jele yelawo mo kutol leta ye samba ibe molu bute kan ka fome Ramses Laminja aninyi Nigeriano.
You see, the question I asked you was, were recruits used to assist in the beating of these people?
Yaje ngani ninkaro menke wala mnyinti fo recruitolu da bulandile bute rol kono biribe nyimolu bute la fo recruitolu mabendi jele ngani ninkanu wala.
Would you now confirm that from what you were told by Anabi, yes, indeed the recruits were used?
Oto silang foisa al bambandi ko tonya annabi mem foye tonya e recruitolu da bulandi jele.
That's what Annabi said.
Annabi yolo.
And who was the head of the training school at the time?
Otembo jumalo nkarambugu nyina nyaton koti.
Ibrahim Ajame, commissioner.
Ibrahim Ajame, commissioner.
Could the recruits have been used for that purpose without Ibrahim Ajame?
Fodun isi recruitolu bulano le wukola ke da bulandi je satara Ibrahim Ajame mansongala.
It will be a surprise.
Abekela nyetere makolti.
So did it also surprise you again when people complained that Ibrahim Ajame participated in the torture of this group of people in which his recruits participated as well?
Fodu nyimbe tere nale fanang birimolu wasita ko recruitolu da bulatale bute roto nyimmolu bute wala karola biri yake je fakete tere makolti ko Ibrahim Ajame atememu albela kebate otumo ko recruitolu da bulandi bute ro kono fo be tere nale.
No.
Thank you very much. So now let's move away from the issues of torture. Tell us about the bad food, well, or the quality of the food at Mile 2 prisons.
Afanyeng baluo menka dada kaswala. Wo baluo walem domoroti. Wo fango fanan abe nyadi le abe fa barakata le fa mambaraka abe tembeda jumalto. Wo fonye itela londoto.
Counsel, with my length of service 16 years today in the prisons.
Counsel ngawa wicheo mendo ku kasola do ko to saying nyinang mba sanji tan woro le kono.
I've never in any way been posted at the kitchen or at the stores or been a medical officer. Therefore, I cannot know the quality of the food.
Inene mante samba do ko la wanyoto wala tabirulato je wala domoro nyina karola wala jaral bundala woto mukuleti me yalon ko nte mallondi soto koto pour kafo.
Mr. Tamba.
Yes, sir.
That is the official line.
Walem office la carote.
You agree?
Yes, sir.
So tell us the truth about the quality of the food. Don't tell us the official line. That is the official narrative you have given us. Oh, well, I am not there, so we don't know. Tell us the truth about the quality of the food served in the prisons. Mile 2 for that matter.
Baluo men ikadada kasola nkoli mile 2J. Ala Kenya, ala Manakibo, abetea mambetea.
Is the food good or is the food bad?
Domoro nying abetea Taliban fodung amambetea.
Counsel, you see, if I lie today, I have already sworn before the Holy Quran.
I'm not saying that you are lying.
I understand.
I am saying that you are avoiding to answer the question. Is the food served at Mile 2 prisons good?
If I may understand well, I will say the food is good because I have been eating that food.
Because
I normally escort prisoners to firewood. So the breakfast that they normally take along, kere, we all share it at the bus. We eat the same basins. It's not like officers, your basins is here, prisoners, your basins is here. We eat the same basins.
That is good for a change, Mr. Witness, but have you ever had berry?
Counsel kayo betatale pour falimola karola bari inene berry kalangolo nepal.
I heard about berry.
Sedo kaya akibaro moy.
Have you ever contracted berry?
Fo inene ya ajang karo soto le bang.
Never.
Ani nene masoto.
So you did not eat enough of the food to contract berry.
Woto imang adomoro domo hanfo e futa tembeda mento mensa kendi ay berry dealer.
So which I can understand, berry is caused by food or?
Berry food domoro le kasabu.
Are you serious?
I'm more than the word serious. I swear before this Holy Quran.
So you do not know that berry is caused by the food at Mile 2 prison?
I've never known that.
Do you realize that from all the people who have testified here, you are the only person who has made such a statement? In your statement, you said Berry killed a lot of people in Mile 2 prison. Did you say that or did you not say that?
Yes, I said that.
And how do you think those people got Berry?
I think that one, unless if a medical personnel explains. We escort prisoners to the hospital when they will inform you that he is suffering from beriberi. There is a name that they will in fact say it's not beriberi. I don't know, I forget the name. Odema. The prisoner is suffering from odema. Escort this person to this place for treatment.
Wotumo ekatome mfo jankaro nye kafaine odima woto wolebe nyina ala samba nyin dinkira kari to nke dandang
and most of those prisoners escorted will not come back alive.
Adung wo mo jama men ke dandang wonya o kasolankolo mo dantane saitana menu baluta.
And those who died, are they in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 100? From the period that you've served in Mile 2?
Would they be
more than 100?
You're referring to their age?
The number of people, the number of prisoners who might have died of beriberi. Would the number exceed 100?
I can remember in 2000. I can remember sometime around 2006, if I can remember well.
2006.
Yeah, many prisoners died, but the figure will not exist 100, but many died.
So lanka jama fata, bari nchafo no mammo kemo si te tambila wala, bari wo silo mo jama le fata. Counsel ka fo si mo tansa yo sile.
Estimately, I don't know, but many, I know of many prisoners.
Would you say more
than 50? Bari jama fata. Counsel ka fo si mo talulo irkanole.
Maybe around 30.
Sedo ka seke fo mo tansa banyo.
In just that 1 year?
Sanji killing kono.
Yes.
Sedo ko ha.
Have you ever heard of malnutrition in the prison?
Counsel ka fo ni nyin kurango kibaro mwele domo saharing soto balia ka kurango mensabu.
Malnutrition?
Malnutrition.
No.
How many what duration have you served in the main yard?
Main yard wolem kaso la sansambako no ye sanji jelle kije.
At the gate, like 6 years.
Bunda like aframe gate lo nga sanji woro kewto.
That is where you receive new convict prisoners.
Yes, we would come
kaso
to
lanka
that.
kutolu
How
dundi
about
na njela.
inside, main yard?
Counsel ka mbe main yard le ma kaso la sansambako no.
4 months, and that is 2016.
Sedo ko karnani ayole kije menketa 2016 sankono.
You don't know much about what happens inside the prisons.
Counsel ka wolem nyindi ko iman londi sari soto no kolumen kake kaso sansambako no.
That's true.
Let me ask you, Mr. Witness, if you were to survive only on prison food, the food that you used to taste when you went to the bush or forest with the prisoners, would you be happy with that food?
Counsel ka woto saying nim misali kama ila baluo amumeo be kake baluo leti domoro me yalon ko inin kasolan kolu kado mo wulo kono nin ayatara wo damma le tartaje ite fang fanan ka domoro menke fo wo be se wala le ban.
That will not take me 1 week. I will not like the food anymore again.
Atenta la lokum fongala nteda fila adomoro la.
Why?
Because it's kere.
Ako ka to futolem.
Was it nice, Chere?
Counsel ka futu di malom bang.
It's nice kere, but if you continue eating kere, no.
Kabeta ko bari mote domoro lo no la ka continue adomala wati.
Every witness said that it was Chere with sand.
Sede jama nyina foko wo futo bankole katara faring akono.
Maybe it will be the ones they are serving them, but the ones I was eating, there is no sun.
Sedo ko asake ka domoro mendi tele ka futo mendi la asekewote bari nteni ka den domoro men na banku bukatara ko.
Special treatment for prison officers?
Fodum wole me ka topotoro ke kaso do kulali en anyama ke bonyoto.
This kere is being brought by the prisoners they themselves.
Nyim futo memba fo kanten kaso lan kolle fo na kana.
Officers, we are not being this, but if you go to the farm with prisoners or firewood with prisoners, they will tell you there's food, come and eat.
Wala mindi ko nin tata nin kaso lan kol tata lo nyini wala wala tata wulo kono kudo la wala kata hani fo kunkoto kaso lan kol fongle ka o futo nati adu nin do mori wato sita e ka komandiro kele mbe na si ngadum.
Mr. Tamba, deny it as much as you want.
Counsel ka Mr. Tamba asoso ko ilafta la nyawnyandi nyama.
We have had soldiers who were imprisoned at the Mile 2 prison.
Sojarol nata jane melu sorong Mile 2 kasola.
They all say that the food is bad. The chere is served wet or dry, and dry is even better than wet.
Andu ibe nyina foko domoro men kar domo jeya mambete a sako futo nyin ika fason fulale di asinandingu wala ajarama.
We have had civilians, government officers, who all say the food is terrible.
Nga civilian lu soto jane animan sakunda do kula lu fanglu be kono menu be ko baluo membe kasola simango nyin abe jawyari mbakale.
We have the imams. They all say the food is terrible.
Alimamo lu menu ye soronje ibe ko je domoro asangarata bak.
We have the thieves. They all say the food is terrible.
Sungo lu menu ye soronge na ta jang wolu be ko wo domoro sangara bale be kasola.
All prison officers, including your Director General, says that the food is terrible.
Prison do kula lu menu be diamo ke katabula la Director General. Iko domoro nyung amambete ya fereng.
You are the sole person
Ite dronne mo kilingute kun kilin na.
who I have ever heard to say
Nenga moy men na ka foko.
the food in Mile 2 is okay,
Ka fo domoro membe Mile 2 abete ya.
let alone good.
Sako ka foko a diata.
What I said, I want to be very much clear. We are talking about food. I said the kere I ate is good. But if I am to continue eating that kere, it will not take me one week, I will dislike it.
Did it have meat?
Milk only.
Did it have meat?
Milk only.
Only milk. Do you know why it had milk?
No.
Does the prison serve the chere with milk?
Kasolankol ka anin keke o dibang.
When we are going to firewood,
Anin bitalo nyini.
yes, the prisoners will come out with their carriers.
But
Kasolankol ila
who
futosina.
gives the milk?
Jumale kan keke o nyindi.
From the stores.
Kabon na manga sino le kono.
You mean the prison service?
Yes, sir.
Kansul kay amonta
They
kasol do
provide
kubula.
milk to the
Alika keke o
prisoners?
di kasolankol.
Powdered milk.
Sedo ko ha keke munko.
Do you realize that the prisoners themselves organize the chere, they wash it and remove all the parts that they think is bad, and they put their own milk on the chere?
Foyenyi lol na nyina fotako. Kasolankol ka jioleta. Ka futonyi ku. Dame mambetea, dame yalonko du feole mota ni meme mambetea je, isi obondi je, to men tuta je, ike fansum keke o kewole kan kadomo.
Are you aware of that?
Ibota o kalamalaba.
Is that the carrot that they are served inside their cells?
Wolem futoti kamendi la ila sielo lukonoban.
That is the chere, yes, they are served there.
Wolem futoti kamendi la.
I may not know that unless if they tells me.
Askeno maolom foni ya fonyi.
Well, that is the evidence we have received here.
Well, council kaya wolem sede ya tu, intelega men soto jang.
Are you surprised?
Foye kate terem makuoldi.
Definitely, I'm surprised about it. If they say so, because my brother was also a prisoner, then he was passing through it.
Ni we foto de asentere ne katu mbadi ngo do soto ntele menketa kasola nkote wodum fanan atambita osila kilingol la.
When you go home, ask him wet or dry.
Ni seita su anyininka ajara ma bang fasi nandimo.
And he would explain that to you.
Abo fule yenne.
How about the pap? Do you know about the pap?
Pap dun mono me ka fay pap membe je yo wodun yalo ne ba.
Yes.
Was it good?
Abete atele ba.
That one, even at home, I don't like that type of porridge.
Abo fanga hani suwo kono nde fanga de.
The question is the pap good?
Bari nyininka ro munyeri wo mono abete atele ba.
The goodness of the pap and the badness of the pap, I cannot know it because I've never tasted. I dislike that type of food, in fact.
Ala betea na ala betea bali ya nta fono la katu nte wo domori fason fon malla fala. Nena madomo.
Have you seen prisoners throwing it away?
Foi nene ajele kasola nkolu ba faikan.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
And why do you think they are throwing it away?
Oto sila ila miroto muna ne ka fai.
Because they don't like it.
Katu malla fala.
And do you think if the food was good, they would not like it?
Fodu ila miraroto natara beteata nu. Fo ate diale.
It could be the food is good and they don't like it. Because myself, I don't like it even at home. Not that because it is not good, but I don't like it.
Bari ala betea bali antende asikeno le malla fala. Bari nte fong felenti malla.
Mr. Witness, is it just not obvious that the reason why many of the prisoners are throwing away the food is because the food is bad?
Sedo fo nyimang senea ko niaje kasola nkolu beke la mono fai. Ala betea bali ale yasab.
It could be. Because they have tested.
Asikeno katu italiane nele.
Isn't that the main explanation? These are people, they are in prison. They have nothing else. If the prison food is good, do you think really they would throw that food away?
Ni mumo le timene yalan ko be kasole kono alun domoro dote isemen dom bar niaje ka fay na beteata fo munan ne ta domola
Even not the pap itself, even rice, they pour it.
na manke o mono damanti tumodo lo hanima no mengi kata bitumodo le ka fay le.
Mr. Witness, it's because the food is bad.
Sedo dalilo mem
Pure
ko
and simple.
wolem nyinti ko amam betea wolem ko be kungoti asono yata ko yata wolem ala betea balia
Accept the truth.
to nyamuta son to nyala
The food is bad.
domoro nyimam betea
It could be. I've never tasted the food.
asikeno katuntene na madomo.
So have you ever asked yourself the question, why is it that all these people are throwing away the food?
Woto ita fango foi me fanyinin kanyin na dunko muna na nyilube kanyin domoro tai ka fai dalila le ba ko ma wina ne me fanyinin ka wala.
No, I've never had myself. But I was surprised the way they poured out, those foods.
Nena man fanyinin ka wala de barakata nyetere makwolti ayen jakali muna na be ka domoro lu fai.
Sometimes you will see these buckets being full with pap, rice.
Molo le e kajale nyin kulupana balu be faring pap nyin na mono nyin na animano men ka fai.
And it's all being thrown away.
Yes.
Andu ko be fai le. Ha.
If it was good food, nice food, you think they would throw it away?
Nin domori kendo le men diata ya mere ba failale.
That one, I believe they can answer that one.
Well,
better.
they said because the food was bad.
Akwate ya mera kasolan kol fangol leseo jabi. But council
It's only you who is saying the food
domoro
was
nyimam
good.
betea. Ite kun kiling doron ne ko abeteata.
If they say so, I will accept because I have never tasted that food.
Ni afo mbeson na katun tene na madum.
Mr. Chair, I just want to ask a few other questions about accommodation and so forth, just to get a general flavor of what he thinks the conditions of detention were. And then I'll end it there with this witness.
Yes, you may proceed.
Just 10 more minutes. Tell us about the accommodation.
Saying sero jiadula ka molu dundi damenuto je wo fonyemba.
Was the accommodation good?
Wo taradula lu beteata le bang.
The accommodations in the prisons
Kasoko no molla taradula bang.
is not good,
Amam betea.
especially at the remand wing.
Sakori man la karola.
What's the problem?
Munam kole akoti je.
Remand wing is just like a hole.
Remind me be kole ronko dinko.
Some will be under this table, and they will place woods like this, block everywhere. If you are under you, there will be no ventilations for you.
Dolu katalo dumale. So santo ni babaro laje do be lari wakang menno be lari nduma be ka fonyo soto.
The place is overcrowded, isn't it?
Council ka je nata dete mosiata fonte bang.
That's very true. Some will not have places to lie down. They will stand till daybreak.
Dolu sedo ko ha umuto nyalti dolu fangul bu hani ladu la soto ikalole fo fanoyeke.
Some would sleep elsewhere within the premises.
Dolu siladu la dolu to dinkirato je.
That's very true.
Sedo ko ha umuto
Like
nyalti.
which places?
Council ka minto dinkiralo men be ko.
Some will be tied in their clothes at the windows like this, and they will climb and sit there.
Dolu sila fengolu siti palantero lu bala. Ye sele santo kasi palantero la tintingulu kang.
Inside the main yard, if the cell is full,
Kasola sansambako no ninje fata.
some will in fact prefer to go inside the bathroom where the toilet is, and they will spend the night.
Dolu kadung kudula le fangoto de kamoto je. Dolu kela wole fangoto.
And the inmates would be coming to urinate and defecate inside the toilets while these prisoners are sleeping there.
Adung kasola nkadolu kana kata kamoto je isi jala muta je dolu be laring konoto je ibe je ka sino je.
That's very true.
Umuto nyalti.
Has the prison authorities ever done anything about that?
Kasola du kula lo ila nyaton ko lu fene ne kuke otole bang.
It could be they make solutions to it, but when it is not approved, they will not do anything.
Asikeno ne kukata ko otole bari nin songo mankala kute bono la je.
How does it feel as a prison officer? You go inside the prisons and you see prisoners sleeping inside a toilet.
Ite dumbe utano la nyadi le kwete mu prison do kula alti kaso do kula yeta kama okono ye molu tara ibe laring woto ite fango yoje nyadi le.
Even not the toilet itself. Counsel, I wish you see when the overcrowding of these prisons was real in those days. Open the cells for taking over, you will open the cells and wait for the air to come out, because the odor that comes out was not good. You will stand for some time, then you enter and make counting.
Ana manke kamo kono damandi. Council ni fitata dinkira dol to somanda ni bunda yele ite dunno la felo folo. Hakke finjalo men kabonan kono to ka fintina mbanta. Wo finjalo fango a mambete a fereng wala na felo folo finjalo e findi utumo esina dun kono to pour katela do ko tamandije.
Have you ever been to a place in Gambia which is worse than inside Mile 2 prisons?
Foi tata dinkira to le Gambia jang dame yalon ko je sangara takatambi Mile 2 kasola.
No, I've never do my duties in Joshua, but I normally goes there when I was a chief officer. I normally goes there on patrol. But Janjambure, I make duties there.
Nena mando ko ke Joshua nde nkata jube role la je kata visite role la je kata je kumbabo. Janjambure de ngado ko ke otol.
But all these places are better than Mile 2.
Ari nyin dinkira lu benefici ata Mile 2.
Would you say Mile 2 is the worst place anybody can be in this country?
Oto ba fala ko Mile 2 kasole jawyata kasolu beti nyim banko kan.
is not fit for human treatment.
No further questions, Mr. Chair, for this witness.
And it is still referred to as some five-star hotel.
Chairman Kandung Hanimbi, ikafajen 5-star hotel.
Yes, sir, that's true.
Thank you very much. Councillor, you asking him questions after the 30-minute break, or this is it?
This is it. He was called mainly for the allegations against him. We've we dealt with those adequately, so no further questions.
Thank you very much indeed. And thank you so much, Mr. Tamba, for coming to testify before the Commission.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Woto chairman ko Mr. Tamba inumbara. Wairi council ya nyina foko ya kumandi na nyine kama. Tumirolu menu fota atema. Puru asina ulu jabi. Adun council ko ya ulubema lefoye bandi hanufoye nata kodo ulubo nyoto. Woto silang atepareta sedo balale. Yo bitung chairman fana ye Mr. Tamba numbara price on kana sede ya rola commission nyati limula jang.
Commissioners, if you have any questions, please indicate. Commissioner Carr, you have the floor.
Commissioner Kale lafta nyinin kala.
Thank you, Chairman. I have 2 questions to ask you. The first was asked yesterday, and I got a partial reply. And that was regarding how, whether or not female prisoners were beaten. I want to know whether that is true or not. Were female prisoners beaten?
Commissioner ka ako alafta men nyinin kala kunun moye nyinin ka roke akola janne bari biri e jabiro ke amunta fankilim ma jabiro yewleke a jabiro nyim mantimma wolem nyinti ko musol men we ke soron kasola foy kawlu fana lu butele wala foy nenewol do lu butele je bang alafta wotole koyama wala na abbe sedo nyinin kala bi fodum ika musol men soron kasola foy kay ne kawlu fana lu butele je le ba.
If we want to see the most decent and civilized place in the prisons is female wing. Prisoners are not given trouble unless they have their trouble outside and they came. And if they came, female officers will give them proper taking care of.
Sedo ko ni lefta dinkira jela damen seneyata abe jankuring wole musol la dinkira membe kasola wo dinkira je topotota la seneyata jankuta ako wotode musolu ibukai wolu batandi femfenna fone me kole akusoto bantade o kola ina dunnan bari konoto je akoy ka musol la kulu topotole anyama ibukai mantora.
Okay, so the next question after that is, in cases where there is a need for a female prisoner to be disciplined, how do you deal with that?
Akala nyinin kar flanja munyineti musu kasola nkoye musolu menu soron kasola ni misal kama kliye kuke men ni sartolu manta nyola andu nyanta kulula ikaw kuluro ke nyadile.
That one is female wing.
Sedo ko fo musola bulole mbang.
They knows how they deal with their prisoners, but I know that the way they treat their prisoners is just like somebody taking care of your own daughter at home.
Wamu musola bulolete bitung menu marata wot dinkirala ulu telefon le yalong ini musuka solan kolu ka ko nyamin bari nakro siroto kolu katama je nyamin ikela kolu topoto nyamin amuntale nibe ifangulu dingulu topoto kan na jeroto akatam fe woleti.
Because the commissioner in charge of that wing, Commissioner Marian Bengas, will not give that opportunity to anybody to treat bad those females.
Katu commissioner memmarta je Commissioner Marian mole me yalong ko ate sonna pour kaje ko mosi o musolu tajriya.
Final question is, I don't know, but let me just ask to see if you know anything about this. This is cases where prisoners have complaints against officials. How do they go about it, and how do you deal with those things if you receive cases where there has been abuse from the level of the prison officials on prisoners?
Sai nanyin kar do momenti ni misali kama kaso kono do kulali tajire ya wala tilimbali yake kaso lankolu la hanfo wulunata wasi wala inata kalamirola fo alikaw kolu ke nyadile
And investigations take place.
Nka kisikisirole ka kuwala.
to find out about the allegations, whether it is true or false.
Burun salon ni Maria nyin tumiro memfo nyin kaso do kulama. Photo nyalem photo nyande.
Many officers were accused by prisoners.
Officer Jamal bije kaso lankoli ye tumi.
After the investigations in the prisons,
Ninna takisikisiro ke kaso kono je.
some officers were dismissed from their services,
E ka officer dol fanglu bayle ila do kola.
and some their cases are referred to the police or NIA
Dolu isi la kolu ta ya di police la wala ya di NIA la.
for further investigations.
Pour wol sitenten ka ko kisikisi.
Okay, thank you.
Inumbara.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Jones, you have the floor.
Commissioner Jones fanan lafte nyinin kala.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Tamba.
Thank you.
Just one question for you, and this is in regard to an area in the prison that was mentioned by Samba Doroba, who you said is a credible witness. He's mentioned an area in the prison that is used to torture prisoners called Talk True. What do you have to say to that?
Nyimudam kuleti me yalonko Samba Doroba le ya kumofo jang ala sede yaro kono. Dinkirabe kasola je ka fodame Talk True. Wala mnyente to nyafo na kangoto. So wodinkira nying lafte nyinin kala jele la fo ite muna fo wodinkira la koto. Katu ko ka tajire yale kije.
I still stand by my word. Samba Doroba is somebody I know will not tell lies. But this Talk True place, I'm just hearing it at the TRRC here.
Samba Doroba mo moleti de mlot ngamen funumbelo le kam motilindi mba abuka kuma soto balofo. Bari nyin Talk True din kome ya foteng ngamo TRRC janne.
So you never heard about it from prisoners nor prison officers?
Counsel ka commissioner ka enko woto inene mamoy kasola nkolu la menu sorong wala inene mamoy kaso kono doku lalu fanana.
I've never heard it.
Sedo ka nene mamoy.
Thank you. Commissioner Imam Jallo, you have the floor.
Commissioner Imam Jallo wala lafte nyinin kala.
Witness,
Ako sedo.
Yes, sir.
I'm very much appreciative of your truthfulness.
Ila tonya yeme afanya men akatanye nyaboti.
Thank you, sir.
The fact that you have expressed serious regret about your past actions.
Afoko ye nimiso itandi puru yeke baro lu menu kenu.
My area in this commission is in reconciliation.
Ntela fanna mumente nyin commission to wolem kamolu sayindi nyokang.
Would you like to work with us to ensure that we create the opportunity for reconciliation?
Webela fala nintele do ko kenyola puru nsi nyimbunda ele puru kamolu murundi nyokang puru ining wo molu kali murundi nyokang kabadi yajulo choki.
That's one question.
Umuna nyinin kar kilindi.
Very well, sir.
Ha akapareta wala.
The second question is,
Na nyinin kar fula njang mu nyineti.
a lot of people are still in denial
Mo jama be lori be soso rola
that things never happened.
ko nyin kolu nene manke.
What do you have to tell these people?
Be muna fula wo moli.
Now that you have the opportunity on this forum,
Wairi sila yesilo soto nyim commission to jang.
and you tell us, please, what you have to tell them.
Woto a fonteli ilafta muna fula wo moli. Menu ka soso roke bantala ko nyim menka fo amanke kusoto rinti.
They have their own ideas, but what I have to tell them is, if they don't know, they don't know, but things have happened. Because I will not stand before this TRRC. Nobody forced me to say anything. Nobody ordered me, nobody threatened me, nobody beats me. I did it voluntarily to say these things so that I will be at ease. Because I know I have wronged, and definitely I deserve forgiveness, and I want people to forgive me. So I have to come here and say nothing but the truth. So things have happened. Let people know that things have happened.
Lafta men ko indi la jang wala nyinti ko wo molu men ka soso roke ifan sum miraro le moti ifan sum kumol le molti bari mbeñi ne fole yen ko kolu ketale men ka fo wala keta men keta wala ka fo ifanali siwo long andun tebina jantu momen na kana nyin sede yaro la jang mo man forcé mo man kuma dunda mo mandu ku purunga na si jang ka kuma fo adun ngankali nyine la ko ninna ta jang mbeto nya da male fola ka to nya fo adun ngaw silo leta wala nambay tandile la ko a ni ko mennu fota kulu ketale de isiwo long ibe dawo da aketa mo womo ndinti isalon ko kulu ketale ntenga wala fojang katu nata pour ka toñale fojang mo man forcé mo man bouté mo man kumadunda.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Kinte. You have the floor.
Commissioner Kinte fanan lafte ñinin kalale.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Tamba.
Mr. Tamba.
Good afternoon, sir.
I remember you said when you were torturing Fallu, you knew you were supposed to give him 12 lashes by the law, but you decided to make it 15. Am I right?
Na nyi moy biribe Fallu budela enyanta busadanya tan nim fulale dilala bari nata busadanya tan anil lulule diala fom filtele bam fodu ngakata wala nyama.
That's correct.
How did you know that you were supposed to give 12 and not 15?
Saying yao londo soto nyali le kwenyanta busadanya tan nim fulale dilala amanyankela tan ni luluti yo long mintole.
That is the talking of the day in prisons, that if you are punishing a prisoner, it is supposed not to exist 12 lashes.
Omu kumoleti men kasobe kawolefo. Konibe kasola nko kulula imanya na busadanya dila la mensi tambi tanni mfulula anyanta kanya na tanni mfulule ma.
And I'm not sure whether earlier on you know, but from here you heard from the council, lead council, that that is a prescription in the Prison Act.
Betu malo mene ya sabu bari yenyi mwe council la janne ko fo mu kuleti me ya lon ko abe kasola luale kono safari mbang fo munem.
This is just something that is been, it's just like a song that has been sung at that place every now. That any prisoner that you are going to punish by beating is supposed not to exist 12 lashes. Whether it is in the act itself was not clearly meant to me.
Ndema amankoy mako ka foko abeluato nyamin wa atije wala abije. Bari nyimuku londi neti kasoko na amunta le fan kodon kilo menkala kasoko no wati o wati konibe kasola nko kulula busadanya la liparo amanya natambila busadanya tanim fulola.
You told us here yesterday that you were in the training center. You were in charge of training at one point. And in the modules, you have the Prison Act as one of the modules to have been used in the training, but you have never been treating it. Is that fine? Is that correct? Am I correct?
Very correct.
Alakarandir dinkirato karambungu nyentoje. Kasola lua mu kaito lukono kilineti alinyanta duko kela menna. Bari yenyi mfoko alibuka ajube alibuka no masata. Fole ntonyati bang.
Very correct.
Sedo kotonya.
What made you fail to implement that part of the training if you want effective training?
Muna na woto alibuka wo dundi alla karandiro kono ni lefta karandiro la me ya lonko anin tonya anin tilimutata nyola.
Because I being an instructor, I cannot take that area, and I have nobody who will volunteer to come and take that area.
Ndemu karandi la menti wo dinkirante karanta molu karandi no lala. Adum mo mansoto do kulalu kono mensina kapare purka karandiro ke wo karola.
But have you people ever pointed that as a deficiency and developed some means of addressing it so that, because it's important for one to know what you're supposed to do. That's the most important fact first.
Fodum, Allah wo kolu kono. Mo nene man soto mensi wo dinkira jube ka foja munasi dalete de amankita le de ka to kulom menyanta kela pour ka la karandiro timmandi ka sahandi ka ke kulori muti ka to kulem me yalon ka anyanta tarla la karandiro kono le munana aliyali nya kasi wo dinkira.
It's not we, the men physically, but I believe we as instructors, we are sent to do training courses ranging from armed drills, weapons, personal drills itself, that is food drills. Yes, we were sent on those trainings to do. So if they want us to have knowledge on this act, they would have sent us to do the legal parts of the act also. but we are not working to do that.
Woto ndella karandiroɓe laari ñamen wala ñinti e kambula sinna karandiro la mo safono wala macoti anin tel fongol la balo do ko sambanya anin do ko ñim fong ñanta tala ñamen e kan karandi wolu lale bari ñim mantarje pour kan karandi ko sartolu ñanta tala ñamen wumu kuleti me yalon ko wode toña amantaran na kulu kono wole ñimbe sabu walanna ko luwala kolu anin sartolu laña walanna wo mantaran na karandirolu kono ntelu menu dumba karandiro fananna imantelu fanalu karandiyala.
Were you only an instructor at any point, or at one time you were a manager of the training center?
Fodum ikata karandir la damanneti bang karambu nyinto je fodum karambu nyinna kolu sambanya na taranya inene sita inene tarta kunale.
I was second in command from 2011 to 2014. 2016 to 2017, I was the commandant.
Yo kabo 2011 kana 2012 nketa 14 nketa je nyaton ko no lankoti. Yo kabo 2014 koteke kana 2016 nane tarta koteke je kake no lanko nyaton ko no lankoti. O tembon tarta jele.
You have never been manager. It's answered now. Thank you.
Thank you. Bishop, before I give you the floor, if you don't mind, I have a follow-up question. I don't want to bring the witness back to this point that Commissioner Kinte has just been asking. My point relates precisely to the issues raised by Commissioner Kinte. And the instruments that pertain to the prison service, the Constitution of the Gambia, the sections dealing with it, 182 to I think 185, the Prison Act, as I understood from earlier testimonies, that was first adopted in 1953, amended about 8 times. Is there a third instrument on prison matters or implementation of the Act, perhaps some on the standard operating procedures manual?
Chairman kamenyinin ka kolmeni alonko ebedendim bankola mararo sarti bukubale ka fome constitution ala bunda keme tansa ni fulanjang la sapalulu njang wulmu kulleti menu nyanta kala korositalti katu kabo 1953 sangola kolumeni alonko ilota inate sayin kan dada ka amen wala mnyindike sayin kan falin kata hanufo ala bunda me yalonka falinta fosi nya sabanyon wulmu kulleti meni alonko kumayata fo bundalu mu bundaleti meni alonko alnene noma satale kekelo tan kawlti fodum wulu aliye wala kolu jube nyaadile wala ibali bulu nyaadile.
Well, that one is the administrations. I don't know how they deal about that one.
Sedo ko wode wobe mararo bundale bulu atedal anene bulo mankungolu kono.
Counsel, before I give you the floor for a point of order, just complete that what I'm following up on, and that is, if you have these two instruments that I referred to, provisions of the Constitution, the Prison Summer Act, and you don't know if this other thing exists, I guess Counsel would address that. Can you confirm what we heard yesterday, that I think it came from you, that there is no reference to any of these instruments at all, which means that no one in the prison is aware of the constitutional provisions dealing with the prison. No one is aware of the Act, and I don't know if there are procedures that you deal with. But let Counsel, before you answer my question, let Counsel have momentum to raise his point of order. You have the floor, please.
Yes, just to show that there are subsidiary legislation, and those are the prisons regulations and the prisons rules. So you have prisons rules, which were also adopted in '53, you have prisons, criminal appellants regulations. That was, well, that stemmed from 1936. And then you have the prison capital cases regulations that also were in 1973. So that's the body of laws that operate.
Merci beaucoup.
Okay.
Merci. Thank you very much, Counsel. Can you confirm if the officers you trained shown any of these things, or do you use it as a training materials?
Because chairman kamenyininka ko yo dinkira lumenu fonyamen kabrin na banko la constitutional la karola kata kaso bunda fon la loi la Prisons Act aning wo ku kotengolu for reference wolem ese chodiro lu sotonole menu tilinta nyin sartol ni loi la fodum al nena kawtale pour ka dundi alla karandiro kono alka dolu karandi nyame nalbe karandiro kala je fodum alke wolu tutu la je wonyala albe yitandi.
It have never happened. Because, for example, if I take this paper and I start reading it, but I don't understand, maybe I've been to school, I can read the writings. But what the writing itself means, I have to pass through explanations for them to digest it to me. Let me know the legalities before training somebody. I can read it, but I don't know what it means, and I've never trained anybody.
Asio karano asa jube bari ate fanana karango ning pru ay ko fahamu woto mole nyanta talaje meyo safero koto londo long aya fahamu mensi wobo ateye nyoto ka jaba kese woto ateye pru ate fanansa fahamu nate be karandiro kela ayo fahamu ro men soto je ate fanansi dolu karandi wala akobari wonene manke pru ka aboytel karandir lali nyoto. Well,
thank you very much. Maybe what we should do is turn the Constitution provisions, the Act, the regulations that Counsel referred to, turn them all into sing-songs, and then have every prisoner just singing those things. So you guys are singing it, and like the 12 lashes that you talked about, that you didn't know about the 12 lashes as the thing out there, but it's a song that everybody sings in the prison. Maybe we would have some musical stuff on this, on all these things, and you guys all go around singing. Bishop, my apologies that I delayed you a bit. You have the floor, please.
Chairman, that's okay. Mr. Malang Tamba.
Yes, sir.
Bishop Odikole Kanenyininka, Mr. Malang Tamba.
As instructor.
Ibe karandirola tumome.
It's amazing that you did not know about the Prisons Act. Don't you think that is what is responsible for prison officers to torture prisoners mercilessly?
Fodung wo faha wo lombalia wo lua kasola lua alla lombalia fo ila miraroto wole manna ke daliloti me ya sabu kasola kono doku lalu ikanyin kasola nkulu muta iketa jireya katu ima lonne lua membe laring akoma aye memfo wala netelu mang betelika otajire yake kasola nkola.
That's very true.
Sedo ko muto nyaldi.
Now that you know that there is a Prison Act and there are bodies of laws that govern the prison rules, etc., will you endeavor to lay hands on them, on the Act and all the bodies of laws, and educate your fellow officers like you who do not know about these sets of rules?
Forum, nyintekela ku sotoremoti ku kendo puru kabrim wolualu ani wo sartolu menu be dending kaso doko wala anin kaso kono kunyalula fo atel fanante fero kala puru ka kataka alibulo yela wolu bekan nyin kamala ido kunyolu menu keta kaso la kono doko laluti ali si karandi ali ye londi ali ye nindi pour isalong muna mu munti wo sartol ni wo lual la karola menu be dendin kasola sartol nin kaso kono kunyalula nyin kamala ni fanalu ya londo soto ya fahamu isaje isitama ni wo sartol ni wo lualula kaso bungo kono je mensina ke kolu sono yandirangote mensi ke kolu tilindirangote fo dung alfanalite o keno la nyin tembe mbang.
This is why officers normally contribute their money to go to printing department to print Prisons Act. But that is just for them to read it, but the understanding is not there.
Wala ya sabu kasola do kula dolu kasoto menke fansun kodo bokata kitabu da bungoto ikafuda me printing department pour isi kasola luwa buko sang bari membe oto dron ni ya sang ika karanne dron pour ya moy bari pour isina fahamu katama ni woluwa lula a wo bokata jede ibuka fahamu de.
Is that all? It's just for you to go to the printing office and then print things and you just read and that is all?
Fodu wala munyinti ko ka kodo bondi kata buku dada bungoto ka kitabo sam menketa kasola luwa la nyati ni akarang ye dandan na woto fo amunta itelikake wala nyama.
Officers want to be educated, but they don't have the real instruments laid before them or an institute that will come in to help to educate officers on legal matters. They don't have it. But officers, they themselves want to be educated and know what is right to them and what is not right to them. And what makes them being officers, what makes them to be correction officers, because we know that we are correction officers, but what makes us to be correction officers? And why are we correction officers? These are things that we want to know. And reading them like this, you can able to read and pronounce, but you don't know. So we need institutes to come in and help and support. Officers want to be educated.
Ako officerlu do kulalu menu be kasokono. Ilafta ye karang, ye londo soto, ye fahamu, wala na ifanalika kodobo kata kitabo nyinsang. Ako bari men na sitaji, wole mu doku bundalu, anin lua bundalu, tilindir bundalu, wol man soto mennu sina pour que telu makoy ya londo soto ke karandiala ka kulobo ye nyoto hanifo ya long ya fahamu pour isitama la ya dundila do ko kono ako wole man soto bari ka karan kulu kense ngo karanteng wo ay ka kele de bari wo man ake dalilo ti pour ya long ya fahamu ya kotolong ni ko kotolong ka kuran kulu kense ngo ke wo buka ko lu boye nyoto ilafta do ku bundal lela luwa bundalu anin tilindir bunda ko lu kadu itella do ko mu tilindirol ti kakaso kono ka molu tilindi woto nim bundalu sotonta do ku bundalu wala karambungulu mennu sina ke telefonan karandi ke londi ke fahamundi wo sartolu ani wo luwalula akoy be lafila wala katu officialu laftale ye karang ye londo soto.
Thank you. Splendid point, Bishop Odiko. Maybe when we get to formulating our findings and the recommendations, this point and points that were made this past few days about neglect of the prisons, that would inform our recommendations and the findings.
Between silang chairman ye foka ako Bishop Odiko inumbara ye dinkira kumama bari between tul fanalum bedu ko men na janning ale ende ma han fon tata han fo silang nyantan na kibaro lu buntun na dameng kan na kolubo kan na yamarolu di nyimbetar le ikono le pour ka jako men na sita nyin londo la karola nyin karandir ko la karola ntumando lumbo fanalu la fala naw yamarolu kono le pour asike kuti men se lo ay long ay ke kuti men fanansi soto ay tama tumandolu nim futata o tembo fananto mfanal be kato kala le ngaje ko ay ke kuti men si lo ay saha ay taranna saferolu kono mbe yamarolu menu dila.
Reform of the prisons is long overdue and absolutely urgent. We will focus on the issue as we proceed.
Betenten le ka jube katu kaso falingu nyanta kala jele falingu menu du nyanta kala je mba ko no masata le ngaje mbe taka nyamin pour même na nyanta kala falinguti kasola karola mbe lu fanalu no masata le nge isafeke banke nyin kamala asike kuti mo mensi tamano kasola karola pour wo falinguli tama anyanta kala nyame nyama.
Mr. Tamba, if you have any concluding remarks to make, please proceed to do so now.
Sai Mr. Tamba ete fanana kumo kumfadulato ila kumakangulu menu be sondo mo kono ilafta memfola sai nkawle la moy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Akoy numbara chairman.
Commissioners present.
Commissioner Lumenu Bijang.
Counsel, lead counsel.
Lead counsel.
Media.
Kibar Bunda.
And everybody present here.
Anim Menu Be Bijang.
I want to seize this opportunity today
Lafta nyin silo talabi.
to thank the commissions
Purka commission numbara.
for giving me the opportunity today
Puriya nyin silo men din nabi.
to come and talk to the entire Gambian and the entire world
Purka na diamu Gambia mu mewe anin dunia be.
of what I have did on the abuse of rights of people.
Purunga menke nga molula nyanto lumenu tinya katarjire yake molula.
It is not a pride
Amanke nga nyarantide.
to come here and say what I am saying.
Purka na sijang mbemem fo kantem purka ofo.
But I need to do this
Bari nyanta silale nga diamu. Nyanta okelale.
to be able to have forgiveness.
Puru molu si yamfanye.
Because without them forgiving me,
Katu niolu may yamfanye.
even if the commissions forgive me,
Handing commission yamfatanye.
there is an accountability in the next world between me and them.
Katu julujo benteni wo molu temale dun lakira na wato sita.
I fear that place more than this commission.
Nsilata lakira lela katambi nyin commission la anin dunia.
This is why I sacrificed to come here
Wala na wakilita nyabe sio nyama kana sijang
to speak nothing but the whole truth.
kadiamu andunte femfola me manketo nyate.
And therefore, I would like to appeal
Woto mbewa sila
to the people
molie
that I tortured,
ngamenu tajireya
people like Soriba Conte,
menu beko Soriba Konde
Laminja,
Laminja
Fallou Cissé,
Fallou Cissé
with their relatives,
ini badingolu
family members,
ila dimbayalu
friends,
iterolu
and every Gambians at large.
anin Gambia mumeo menu bija menu be mane.
I want them to find a place in their hearts.
Lafta ijusokono ye jube roke.
Though it will not be easy for them,
Ate sono ya le fede ate kela kudi mati.
because I know I definitely wronged them.
Karungalo ne kunge tonyenne.
I want them to forgive me.
Lafta le ye yamfanye.
And if these commissions will help me to go to the prisons,
Adu ninyin commission be mako ila le ngata kasola.
so that I will shake hands with these people,
Puru ninyin molu sembulo di nyola.
I'll be very much more than the word happy.
Abetambila nye jusula fangola le fangasi kenyen sewo bambaloti.
Because there I will be sure that they have forgiven me.
Katu utumola abe koila matonya ni yembulo di nyola. Abe koila maleko tonya iya mfatanye.
Because I wronged them a lot.
Katu nge tonye mbakele.
Maybe their family members were not aware of it.
Tombi ila badi ngulumambo akalama.
But here, sitting down here,
Bari mbesiri njandame.
they might be listening to me.
Asikeno ibe lamo ikangi
They might be watching at the television seeing me.
Asikeno ibe television jube kai nyabenna.
I'm telling them to find a place in their hearts
Mbafule ye ijusoko no idula jube
to forgive me.
puriye yamfanye.
I did not do it because I am wicked,
Amanke ko ngani ya jawyale yake ndingake.
but I did it out of ignorance.
Bari lombali yale yake ndingake.
And in the law, ignorance is not an excuse.
Adulu ala karola. Lombali ya o manke dalilatide.
So definitely I'm apologizing
Woto tonya mbe bolo saila mbe danila mbe hake danila.
to all of them.
Ibe.
And the second part is,
Fanna fulanjang mumenti.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chairman.
I'm a member of the Gambia Prison Services.
Mbe do ko la Gambia la kaso do ko bundale la.
I am not dismissed from the service.
Imam bay do ko la follow.
I am not discharged from the service.
Ando imam bondi do ko nyim fananna.
Mr. Chairman, since 2017,
Mr. Chairman, kabo 2017,
when I was called for investigations,
biriyen kumandi kisikisiro kamma,
up till date I'm speaking,
fokana bula bila mbedia mukanjandameng.
I've never been paid a single butut.
Imanjo hani bututu kilingola.
My salaries were blocked totally.
Yenna jo mume obelondi le fereng.
Without dismissing me from the service,
Imam bay do kuala.
they don't discharge me from the service.
Imam bondi do kuala.
They don't give me any letter.
Iman letter dinna.
My salaries is stopped totally.
Yenna jo londi la wole nyama.
I'm a family member.
Ndefana mo dimbayati woleti.
I am married.
Mfututale.
And I'm renting.
Adumbe luwa solela.
I have 3 kids.
Dindin sababembulu.
2 boys, 1 female.
Kamba ndimfula anin sunkutundin killing.
Things are very hard with me.
Kolube koleyari mbulu.
I always seek for employment.
But
anytime I go for interview,
they will
ask me whether you have work experiences.
I don't
want to lie to them. I will tell them, yes, I have work experience. And they will tell me, where is your clearance? And that is either my discharge letter or my dismissal letter. And I cannot produce it. For the past 3 years, I'm not working. I cannot acquire myself any work except my skills and the good people around me. But things were not easy with me also. But I know exactly that I wronged some people somewhere else. This is why all these things also are happening. This is why I need their forgiveness.
Mr. Chairman,
definitely I thank the commission. Without this commission, all these things will never be known. These things have been happening for long, and nobody knows about them. But truth set everybody true. And this is what I stand for. I will not swear before this Holy Quran. And I come here and I said a word that I know is not existing. Definitely I wrong Gambians. And I break the trust of Gambians. Because the position I was holding is for the Gambians. I'm supposed to fulfill it by taking it correctly. But I failed. And I have now correct myself. I want the commissions to help me if I can able to get my salaries or my reinstations back to I am not dismissed. I am not discharged. My salaries is totally stopped. Yes, sir. The third thing is prisoners at the prisons being mild to Joshua or Janjambure. Anybody who stays long in the prisons, at the end of the day, you turn to be a kid. Why I said you turn to be a kid? Not physically your body turns to be a kid, but mentally, psychologically. Sometimes you do certain things. If somebody did not go with his senses, we'll say that this person, what he do, he knew it. But it's overstayed at the same place. I'm appealing to the government also to make a look up, especially to the high sentence prisoners who are in the prisons more than 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. Anybody who serves in the prisons more than 10 years, you have passed health.
Hell or health?
You have passed through hell. So if somebody cannot be reformed during that period, you will never be reformed. And I believe in those people down there, especially people like Sambadoro. These people will be very much good and important in the society.
Ñil molu be keno la mo kendo lutile jama molu kono itata dawda.
Because the job this Sambadoro is doing in the prisons,
Katu ñin Sambadoro be do ko men ke kan kaso kono,
if he is outside,
na be banta.
he would have stopped many people of doing wrongs.
Abe mo jamale balila kujaw keola.
Because he is trying to help officers and trying to help prisoners there.
Katu abe kaso kono do kulalu mako e kanne, abe kaso lankolu mako e kan menu be sorongo kono.
He can sit and fold his arms and say, I'm convicted, I don't want to do anything.
Asisino la ya bulolu la nyo kanko ye ntefana nsoron nte femfenkela.
But he is not doing that.
Bara make onyade.
So which means I understand that his case was a mistake.
Woto akweta mako alakuo filo ketajile.
And he have totally reformed.
Andunga falintale.
Let the government make a look to it.
Mansakunda si wokolu jibe.
And if they can able to make pardons,
Nisi yamfo keno.
let them look into high sentence prisoners.
Ye molu la ko jibe men ya lonko ye soron wuce jango la kaso kono.
It comes to the officers.
Akana officer la karola fanang.
Prison officers, we don't have risk allowances.
Prison do kulalu mbuka kolea alawanso sotong ku koleng alawanso mbuka soto de.
And our work is all about risks.
Adunte la do ko benin kolea ni le katanyola.
There was a time when this TV disease entered in the prisons.
Wati soton tanyin toto kurango TB adunta kaso kono.
Even at the hospitals, the doctors will want to make distance between them and the prisoners.
Hani tata l'hopital no to doctor ol fanglu buka pare ka kata nyin kaso lankolu la.
There are certain prisoners whom you know they cannot even walk.
Kaso lankolu dolu bije meni alon ko buka hani tama no fango.
But officers will never run away from them.
Bari officer lu buka borima.
That caused most of our officers suffered from that TV.
Aya kendin na do kula mo jama fango nata wo kurango soto.
We are not talking of coronavirus.
Man corona kumo fango fofang.
We cannot have that distance within with the prisoners.
Ntelte wo keno tano la ninka so lankol tema.
Because we have to mix up with them.
Katu fonni katanyola ni du nyokono.
That is a matter of most.
Mu kole ti me alon baibalo le moti.
And all these things are risks.
Adunyilu be mu kole ya kuoleti.
You will escort these prisoners to the bush
Isi telle nyin kaso lankol kata wulo kono.
for firewood.
Kata lo nyini ngola.
Many people will see these prisoners when they are coming with wood.
Mo jama kanyin kaso lankol jele ni be sela nange ni lo.
When you reach at the farm,
Ni futata balingoto fanang.
you will give them all necessary instruments, cutlasses, hoes, axe, you will give them all.
Ika jorangolu be di tolle la ko. Kabring terangolu. Fo dabolu baralang dakolu dabolu konkolia kata terangolo animurubalu nka wala chikanga dila puriye do ko kala.
And you being the prison officer,
Iteme mu prison officer te.
you are not even having even a razor blade.
Hani lanseto tete bulu iteme mu kandarlati.
And you want them to walk,
Adu ilafta ye do ko ke.
and they will walk.
Andu be do ko kela.
If they want, they will kill you and they go their way.
Ni lafita isite kandarla muta ye fa yete la hajola.
But we take all those risks.
Bari nka okole ya beta.
We sacrifice and walk.
Nka mbom fanto nka do ko ke.
So let the government make a look into prisons also.
Woto mansa kunda isi nya fay kaso fanan na karola ye jejibe.
It's not only the government who can do everything all.
Bari amanke ko mansa kunda la fanan si ko be keno de.
I'm urging to other agencies.
Mbedo mbenkango dila do kubunda kotengulu la menu be loring ifaye.
Let them come in and help prisons.
Ifanalu sibulo dunnole makoyro di kasola.
Let them come in and educate prison officers.
Yena ye kasola do kulalu karandi ye londo soto.
If prison officers are educated,
Nin kasola do kulalu karanta ilonta ye fahamro soto londo la karola.
even the structures of prisons is not changed.
Hani kasola bungulu hani mamfaling.
The management will be very much correct.
Ibaje la maralo bunda do kola karola woto be betala la aytiling.
But if officers are not educated,
Barning officer luma londi soto.
they don't know what they should do.
Imalong inyanta menkela.
Even if you build a 5-star, like how they are calling 5-star,
Hana ya tara ye hotelo ya lo le ko hotelo memu 5-star tonya hotelo ti ko kaje kumandi nyaming.
it is going to be worse
Mutumo le fonga be jawyala.
because people will keep on doing wrongs.
Kadu molu be kontine le ka wotilimbali ya kuluke.
And the people going to do the wrongs are the officers.
Adu menu be wotilimbali ya ko kela wolbe kela officer leti do kulalu.
So we need educations at that place.
Woto lafta londo la anin karandiro wo dinkirato.
Sir, this is all I have.
Sa nyina mun na kumoti.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Tamba, for your testimony and the concluding remarks that you've just made.
Inumbara bake Mr. Tamba ila sede yaro kang aning inata ila dia mo kumfa kumakang lumenula.
Thank you, sir.
The suggestions that you made, we will take note of them. And as I said, in our findings and recommendations, hopefully they would inform us very well.
Ye nyi ya maro lumenu di bitun tol fana lubina kibaro lumenu buntunna ke kafunyoma kasafero ke animbe ya maro lumenu dila tumandolu mbaji bela le kanyinkolu be kafuje nga ya kafunyoma nga safe mbe meng bondila kadi aber kala wala nyama.
Again, thank you very much, Emma, for coming to testify.
Kotake inumbara bake purison takana sede yaro la jang.
Thank you, sir.
Counsel, with reference to time management, maybe you can help me here if you come up with some options, since you would have already had contacts with the next witness. We can break now for a regular 30-minute break, or take a longer lunch break and come back at 2:30. Give me some options, and we will decide when to come back.
Well, how about to come back at 1:30? And then the next witness is likely to be a short witness, or we can come 2 o'clock. The next witness is likely to be a short witness, and we would finish maybe around 4 or a little thereafter.
Well, if you come back at 2,
Yeah.
you know, a few commissioners here who would want to connect with their Lord, God, in praying, that would be affected by that.
We can come back 10:02.
10 past, fine. If we can come back at 10:02,
Yes.
we will break now and resume our proceedings 10:02. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you again, Mr. Tamba, for coming.
Thank you, sir.